Hi everyone, I'm LaShawn, and today I'm excited to walk you through my completed market trend discovery AI agent. This agent acts as a digital market analyst. It is important to note that this is a simulated project. No confidential Wayfair data was used, and this tool is not an official Wayfair product. However, it demonstrates a real world use case, automating the tedious process of manual research by scanning live data from Amazon, social media, and design blogs to identify emerging styles before they go mainstream. As you can see on my screen, the workflow is structured into seven distinct stages, moving from the initial user input all the way to a polished, decision ready HTML trend report. Let's look at the data flows through the system. On the far left, we have how to use the bot. Up top is the categories with area rug, outdoor rug, hallway rug, shag rug. Optional, as an example, we focus on washable rugs. In my case, for this demo, I focused on shag rug, and I have the URLs in the next section, and this is what is used to scrape the websites that gives us the data we need for our search to create our trend report. Our output is going to be a downloadable HTML trend report with 6 sections, including an AI generated image. At the bottom, we have the requirements that we used in this project, which are the tools. We used the Google Gemini API credentials, Hugging Face API credentials, extern API server for our social data, and sub-based connection. Moving to our first stage, one, this is the input and routing. Here's where the agent validates the user's request to ensure they've provided a valid rug category and the necessary Amazon URLs. So in my case, I used Shag Rugs for my example, providing the Amazon URLs. And once that process is going to move to stage two, this is the data collection. This is where it scrapes the live product data directly from Amazon, handling both collection pages and specific product URLs simultaneously. It moves to stage 2B, which is the trend sentiment signals. This is where it hits our custom extern API to pull trend signals from Pinterest, Instagram, and industry blogs, as you can see here in these nodes. After this stage, it will move to stage 3, and this is where the Mistral API is used to classify and normalize the raw data, identify specific micro-segments like modern organic or bohemian textured. As the AI agent goes through the workflow, it will go to stage 4. This is the image generation where we make the insights visual using Hugging Face to generate photorealistic moodboard images based on those identified trends. Finally, in stages 5 and 6, we use Google Gemini. It takes all those structured insights and writes the actual sections of the report, from the executive summary to the risk assessment. The seventh stage is the HTML trend report that we'll see in a browser at the end of this demo. So I'll enter the Shag Rug URL. Shag Rug will be my category, and I'll provide two URLs. This is the chat input that triggers the AI agent workflow, and it goes through the different stages, starting with stage one, which is our input. From stage one, it's going to go to stage two, where it's collecting the data, and stage three synthesizes and output. This is the AI processing. From there, from stage three, it goes to stage four, and where we'll generate a image. And with stage three, we use Mistral to classify and normalize raw data, identifying specific microsegments. I included weight in between the nodes, and this ensures that as the AI agent does the data scraping, it simulates human activity instead of speeding through. Amazon is very strict, and other websites that are formulated or captures bot activity. So this ensures that we're able to successfully do the data scraping to gain those insights. So it's at the stage, as you can see by the green check marks, and with each successful node execution, you'll see a green check mark. You'll see a green line as it goes through the workflow agent. Currently, we've finished up with stage three. Now we're at stage four, which is the Hugging Face image generation. This creates the image for the mood board, gives you a more visual image and inspiration of what's trending. In our example here, we're looking for Shag Rugs. So one of the outputs will be a mood board image for Shag Rugs styled in a room. Once it finishes with the image generation, it will move to the final stage, which is stage 5 and 6. And this is where we use Google Gemini to create the report. And it's going to have 6 distinct sections. As I stated before, the executive summary is our first one, and then it goes all the way to the risk assessment. And as you can see on the screen, there are distinct sections. We have the chat, we have the logs. The logs show each step execution and where we are in the workflow. The input section is shows the JavaScript that we use to either prompt the AI agent workflow or give it specific instructions such as formatting the report. Output is going to be the JSON data, the insights generated from the analysis. So as it goes through the workflow, we're at the wait node, which it gives time for the agent to process, exhibits human activity. The visual trend generator is a AI agent where we have it to act as a prompt for a professional interior photograph. And this is specifically styled for our chat prompt, which is for Shag Rugs. So once it goes through the workflow for 5 and 6, it's going to generate an HTML report. The trend report assembles everything into a professional report, and it features high level insights. And you can use this insight to see what's next for marketing. As you can see, it has executed all of the nodes successfully to show that our final output. As I scroll down, click on it, and we download our trend report. And you see the different sections: executive summary, showing product attributes, market opportunities, actionable recommendations, expert insights, category definitions, style guides, color patterns, visual stories, social media, blog input, what's trending, and that's the end of the demo.